Welcome everybody to Bestla Borr classes, final project presentations. A great big congratulations to everybody. You did it. You made it to the end of the intro class. Woohoo! Round of applause. Pat yourselves on the back. Reward yourselves this week. Definitely reward yourselves this week because we know how hard you worked. And some weeks were harder than others and it was an uphill battle, but you did it. Be very proud of yourselves. Look back at where you were at the start and see where you have come so far. And know that you're going to be continuing to grow on these skills. We're all very, very proud of you. So without any further ado, Ilyan, you are our first presenter this evening. Whenever you are ready, you can go ahead and take it away. You should be able to screen share. Let me know if you're having any issues screen sharing, and I will start the clock once you start talking.
Okay. Let me know if you can see this.
Yes, it's coming through perfect.
Okay. So this is my page, pretty basic, very simple. This is how I like to keep it. So we'll start off at the top here. I have all of the sections, the about, experience, skills, projects, leave a message, and messages. I added a sort of like ombre effect to the back. I added the white highlight when your cursor goes over each section. And if you can see this, my mouse is actually like a little hand cursor, which I updated. I wanted to keep my sections pretty simple, so I didn't add a lot. But each tab up here will lead you to that section. So once you click it, your skills, for example, it will drop you down to that page. Leave a message will drop you down to that page. So as you scroll, obviously you can see every single section, the bullets here. My projects, I added a little bit of an arrow there just for fun, with a link to check it out, and which is my GitHub link. And I also added it here for someone to read it, but the check it out is the same exact link right underneath it. My leave a message here works. So test.com, for example, hello. So as I click submit, it works. It tells me who wrote it and what the message was. If I click remove, it will remove it. And I can actually, sorry about that, didn't mean to click that. So as you saw underneath my messages there, let me just, actually, I apologize. Let me do that again. I'll just broadcast my email. And so as you see, it brings in the mail to. I clicked it there. So as I clicked it, I can actually open up and send an email to the email that was listed. And then here's the link to my LinkedIn, which does actually work. Do you want me to click that?
You don't need to if you don't want to. That's
okay. It does work, I promise. And then I can actually show you as the screen minimizes, or the entire window becomes narrow. It's still readable on a various, different screen device, any sort of thing there. It becomes smaller or wider. It does work. That's pretty much it.
Awesome. Well done. I do love the sort of the ombre gradient. It makes your whole page look golden. I love it.
Yes, that's what I was going for. I wanted to actually put a lot of glitter there, but that messed it up. So I stuck with this.
Okay. All right. Oh, did you have a favorite part or a most challenging part to the overall project?
I would say pretty much my favorite part was designing. I wanted like a color scheme here. I wanted this ombre effect on the back that was gold. I really did like putting in links that worked, just sticking a link in there and clicking it and it takes me to that page. That was so much fun for me.
Awesome.
I wanted to really cover it with links, but I had to settle down.
Yeah. It's always hard to scale yourself back when designing.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Yeah, that was the fun part. I'd say the challenging part was, a lot of just learning the code in the first place is, what does what, and trying to figure out when you minimize your screen or when you shorten the screen, when you widen it, how is that going to play a part? I'd say those are the challenging portions of it.
Awesome.
But definitely designing was fun.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Did anybody have any other questions? There's been lots of great jobs and congratulations in the chat. So be sure to look at the chat once you're done
Okay,
presenting.
great.
But if anybody has any questions about how she did anything or design choices or anything like that, feel free to share your questions or comments now if you'd like to.
Oh, I forgot to mention, obviously you can see this border here around each.
The dotted border, yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun to do as well.
Great.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Leanne. And thank you for going first. It's always a little intimidating to be the first one to go, but you did great. All right. Next up is Abubakar Kaba. And anybody that I'm mispronouncing your name, please correct me because I usually only see your names. I don't get to hear your names very often. So please correct me if I'm saying it wrong or if you prefer to go by a different name.
You said it perfectly.
Oh, good. All right. Wonderful. I'm glad. All right. Well, whenever you are set, you are welcome to present Abubakar. Thank you for going up next. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'd like to thank you first, Mary Alice, Laurie, and all Code the Dream staff for giving us this opportunity. And most of us hopefully will definitely realize their dream thanks to you. So thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you and we can see you just fine. So take it away. And you're very welcome. We're glad to have you in class.
All right. Can you see the website, my website?
Yep, it's coming through perfect.
All right. Thank you. So I'm just gonna present you the different section and show you that the links works and then the site is responsive too. So the first link, I have the different section about skills, projects, experience, leave a message as it was expected. So if I click, for instance, on skills, it's going to show my different skills. Leave a message, gonna show leave a message. So project lead to my GitHub page. I can, for instance, click on it. Yeah, so it does show my page. So if I try to leave a message, it then shows up here. I can add another one. So both messages are showing up and I can remove them. So here I got also my social medias linked. If I click LinkedIn, it shows up my LinkedIn page. What else? Okay, the responsiveness. I guess this is going to be a little bit tricky because I didn't get time to work on the padding of some sections. So I don't think everything will be responsive, but most of it are adjusting to the smaller screen. Yeah, except the leave message one. So
You have a little under a minute left.
All right. So basically, this is my website and with the different sections. Most of the section work. The only thing I didn't have time to work on is the responsiveness of the leave message this year, the text area. So that's all for me. I hope you like it.
Awesome. Yes, very good. Thank you for sharing. What did you like best or have the easiest time with your project, and what was the biggest challenge for you?
What I like the most is being able to do work like this, because before I was curious about when I click on a link on a website, I also always wonder how people can make stuff like this. So when I finished this project and then found out that I did it, I was really proud of myself.
That's wonderful. Yeah, it's always nice to peek behind the curtain, as they say, and see like, hey, how
Oh,
did they build that? And it also
yeah,
gets your mind thinking about like when you interact with something, like how did they
definitely.
make that? So it is a
De-
fun.
de- Definitely. And what was the most challenging for me is finding a balance between my classes, my work, and my family life. So
Yep.
that was quite difficult for me.
I
But
think we can all relate to
I
that
made
for sure.
it.
I think that's one of those challenges that never goes away, no matter how old you are, no matter
Never
what
goes
industry you're
away.
in.
Courage. That's it.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a great site. I also like how it kind of color scheme wise, it kind of goes with your LinkedIn profile too, like that background
Yeah,
header
I
picture
tried
you had.
to duplicate my LinkedIn profile, but
Yeah,
it was a level higher than my
awesome.
skills.
Well done. Well done. Does anybody have any questions or comments they'd like to share? And don't forget, be sure to check out the chat after you're done with your presentation because there's always lots of praise that's in there too. All right. Okay,
If there
Laura
is any
Sati.
other question, I'm willing to answer. Otherwise,
Yep,
thank you
exactly.
all.
Yeah, still use that all student convo, use your general channels in Slack. You can still communicate with each other even if you move on to different classes. Keep up those relationships for sure. All right, Laura Sati, you are up next. And please correct me again if I've
Okay.
got your name wrong or if I'm
Yeah, it's
doing the full name instead of a
correct.
shortened name.
It's correct. You can call me Laura, by the way.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Laura.
Okay.
Whenever you're set,
Okay.
you can
I
go ahead.
turned on my video. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So let me share my screen. Hold on. Can you see my screen right now? Oh, wait.
Not yet.
Okay. Okay.
There it goes.
How
Now
about
it's
now?
coming
All
through.
right. So
Perfect. Yeah.
this is my website. Actually, I'm not sure whether it's a good website or not, but this is what I like. Is I love the simple design, and I love creating the hero image on my home screen. And I have a fixed header here, and works as a navigation bar as well. And you can see the link. No, the navigation link here is working. For example, if you click about, and it goes to my about me section, and then if you go to if you press the experience, you go to my experience section, skills, projects, which is responsive as well. If you put your cursor over here, you can see the text is changing to uppercase. And then after that, message section, you can leave a message for me here. Let me put my example like this and submit. See, this link working. So I tried to open. Oh, can you see the news? No,
No, it just it just shows us the
I'm so
one tab, but
sorry.
that's okay. We could tell that it
Okay.
was working because when you
All
hover
right.
over a link, it shows where it's going to go to in your bottom
Okay.
left. So you're good.
Yeah. And then if I want to remove my message, I just click this remove button. Yeah. And then if you go to contact, oh yeah, sorry, need to refresh first. And then if you go to contact, message contact, and you can see there's a footer here that link to my social media account. For example, if I press my LinkedIn and it's working to my LinkedIn account. Yep. All right. So this is my website. And if you want to see whether the website is responsive or not, you can try to make it like the smaller screen. Can you see it? Like I make it like
Yes, yeah, we can see the smaller screen. Perfect, Laura.
definitely change the style of the experience and skill section and of course the live message section. That's all from me. Thank you so much.
That's great. Thanks, Laura. And what was your biggest challenge and your favorite part or best part for you?
My favorite part is I never imagined myself that I can designing a web, because I know I learned from zero, and then it took me 4 months to make it. So I'm really proud of myself for that. And then the hardest part, I mean, the biggest challenge of creating website is actually I don't know the terms of web page such as like jump link, scroll margin top, placeholder, hero image, hero text. I don't know about it at all. So every time I try to Google it, I put like long description on my Google search and then like how I create fixed header but not overlay my header section, something like that. So it's,
Exactly. Yeah, there's so
it's
much jargon,
yeah,
so many like nicknames for things. It's a challenge.
yeah, it took days or even a week for me to figure it out, but I'm so proud of myself that I can figure it out right now. So yeah, that's all.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Well done, Laura. Well done. Thank
Yeah,
you for sharing your site
yeah,
with
of
us.
course.
Did anybody have
Thank
any
you so much.
questions or comments they wanted to share with Laura? Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Laura.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Our next presenter tonight is going to be Mario Larios. So whenever you are set, Mario, then feel free to unmute and share your screen so we can see your work.
Yep, let me go ahead and start sharing it. Let's see here. This one. There we go. Let's see here. All right, can you guys see that?
Yes, yeah,
Like
we
I
can
have
see.
like the rubric. Okay, so here is my page that I created. Yeah, so I really went for like a really minimal design. It's really just what I wanted to go for. And here's my header showing how it redirects you to all the different sections, like the experience, and here's the skills. And then here's the content. And I also created like a return to top, so it brings you back to the top. Let's see here. And here are my projects that I used the fetch API to get. So here it redirects you to the projects that I've been working on here on GitHub. And then here also on the contact me, it'll take you to, it'll open up like a mail to, so to send me an email. And here also the GitHub, it takes you to all of my repositories. Let's see here. And here is my message section. So also really minimal. I really wanted to keep that design, and here I'll go ahead and start testing it. So submit, and here is my messages. Let's see here, I'll do another one. Testing, let's put 2, let's see. Here's all of them, and then I put the remove button up there, so it removes them just like that. And then I also have my GitHub in the footer, so it brings you back to my repositories. And that's it for my website. I think the funnest part that the funnest thing that I did was definitely designing it, which was a challenge at first. Using Flex was a challenge, and like, you know, getting to learn that, and I would have like things all over the place, but you know, I really kept practicing, and I ended up finally getting it. And I ended up getting it like this. Also, another challenge that I had was like on my messages section, I would keep getting like undefined. That was another thing that I struggled with, and I hope you guys can see this too. Here's my code. So to fix that, I basically did like a stringify. I stringified the data, and that's what returned it. That's how it was able to return it as a string like that. And yep, I think that's about it.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Mario. Yeah, I do like
Yeah, no problem.
the sort of like geometric graphic design. Is that something that you created yourself, or did you sort of find that design somewhere that's behind your header and behind your nav bar?
Oh, this right here, my background. I did not create that myself. I actually got that from the web. Let's see here. I put it here in my CSS on my header. Let's see here, right here. And yeah, I basically just put that as my background on my header. And I just try to keep it to, you know, I made it go with the design, the colors. I try to keep it like within the same theme, I guess.
Very cool. Yeah, I like it. It makes me think of origami because of sort of the geometric shapes. So it's
Oh
really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Job well done. Does anybody have any questions or comments they'd like to share? Again, check out chat. It's been blowing up.
Oh.
You all are so supportive of each other. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Mario. All right, James, you are up next.
Okay,
Right.
hi guys. Here we go. This is an amazing project. It's really gotten me over the hump of just starting. So I really want to thank everyone, absolutely everyone, mentors, everyone, Lori, Mary. Mary's been working her tail off, you can tell. Really, really huge thank you. I'm over the hump and it's the hugest thing ever. So here we go. Let's share my little Jing-Diggy screen. I think everyone can see this, maybe-ish. All right. I kept it minimal as much as possible. And then I just added this yesterday, hover over for these guys and go to the sections and all that. Right here. I like to try to hide things so that you can kind of discover stuff. So I was just trying to do some simple stuff like this, right? So you could just like, ooh. And then over down here, there's a hidden gem as well. So this section here is really kind of should be inviting. So I tried to make it a bit more warm. So when you hover over this, you can see that effect. Here's the fun thing about this thing. I had actually used someone else's animated GIF. And the mentor told me, yo, maybe you should try to make sure you ask them if you can use it first. So when I did ask them, I'm actually based in Vietnam, even though I'm from the States. So when I did ask them, they're actually a coffee company here in Vietnam. And so they said, no, this is our copyright, right? And you know what and so the story behind this, I just fixed this an hour ago because it was horrible. The whole image was not coming out right, and now I just fixed it. So I'll come to that in a second, but it was just amazing because I just was able to fix the quality of this image here. Okay, so we'll go right into testing, blah blah blah. Get a little extra because I just want to learn as much as I could here. So I'll do this. We'll have two of these, and then I went ahead and did the edit message thing here as well. So you can actually edit this, and then when you click on save, then it becomes static again, which is, I guess much more in tune with what someone would actually do, kind of. And then remove.
Left, James.
Yeah, sorry, and then remove, boom, boom, boom. And then I just added the responsiveness yesterday. So I'll do so when you do this, you'll see the hamburger come up right here now, which actually solved a responsive issue I was having before. So, sorry. Are we good now? Maybe.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of feedback from somebody
My
unmuted.
bad.
You're good.
Yeah. And so now this hamburger menu is really just saving my tail here because I couldn't get this to line up correctly and stay fixed below my name before. So I think in our real jobs we'll be doing hamburger menus often for clients, for our company. So that it's really important for me to learn this. I just did this, I think, yesterday night or something like that, and it was really, really fun. Okay, and that's it. I think we'll come out of that.
Awesome. Thanks, James. Yeah, I do like
yeah.
your Easter eggs that you have as far as like you don't realize there's something there until you mouse over it and then there's something there.
I love that.
Really,
I love being
that's
little
fun.
like that. Yeah.
Very cool.
Thanks so
Did
much.
you have a favorite part or a most challenging part that you wanted to share real quick?
Oh yeah, a ton of stuff. A huge shout out to all the mentors, seriously. Bhaskar, Jeremy, but Chuck as well, everyone. But The hardest thing was really, I didn't think it would be the CSS, but that was it. CSS, Flex, getting things to be responsive. That took me days, just days. I don't know how. Yeah, days.
CSS can definitely be a love-hate relationship.
Yeah,
When it
completely.
works, you love it. When it's not working like you want it to, yeah, hate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean the coding as well, but the CSS was driving me nuts. Yeah. That's it. Thank you so much, guys.
Awesome. Job well done. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing. If anybody has any other questions or comments, feel free to share in the chat or unmute real quick and mention anything if you want to. And be sure to check out the chat when you're done, James. Okay, our next presenter tonight is going to be Olga. So Olga, whenever you're set, feel free to take it away.
All right, I'll share my screen in a second. It says that I cannot start screen
Oh yeah,
sharing.
James, James, you'll need to hit stop sharing. It's always kind of hard to find. You'll see a little red bar. There you go, perfect. And now you should be good to go, Olga. Thanks.
All right, let me hide this thing. On this one, you can see my navigation bar over here in the right corner. It's fixed, so when you scroll down, it goes with you. Here is a bit about me with the link to my previous website, a website I did like almost 2 years ago. It's about the country I came from. It's about Moldova. Here you can see my experience section, my skills section. I used the Flexbox for experience section and Grid for skills section. Here's my projects section. I also used Grid for it and also combined it with Flexbox. I'll show it to you in a minute. And leave a message box. You can also navigate it through navigation bar as well. Leave a message. Let's try it. I also used Grid for leave a message to make it more responsive. Let's see. We'll submit the message and the title will appear and the message with the date and time with 2 buttons. The edit button, you can edit it and save it. You can also add another message. I had an issue with my edit button. I struggled a lot with my, only the first message was working. So this is why I'm entering another message to show that it's working. When you remove the messages, the message title disappears. Here in my footer, you can see the links to my social media. They are working. See links to my internet is slow. Here we go to my repositories. Here are my links, working links with date and description to my repositories. And what else? Oh, my responsiveness. Let me, excuse me, show you. Oh, let's use the developers. Here you go. You can go for almost 200 pixels. I played a lot with the responsiveness. I hide the picture when I have a smaller screen. What else? What I struggled the most was the edit button, and I enjoyed the part of the design. And I think that's kind of about it.
Awesome. Very well done, Olga. You hit a lot of the stretch goals too. That was really great. I'm glad that you were able to go after those stretch goals. I like that you used a little GitHub icon for each of your little repositories that you had listed, because I feel like that helps you kind of grow. So if you do freelance projects for companies, you can put their little logo there so people know, oh, okay, this is a project she did that wasn't GitHub. It was a separate company or something. I thought that was really cute and clever.
Idea. I saw it at Elliot, I think, the website that you shared with us as an example.
Awesome.
I had it differently like a few days ago, and when I saw it, I liked it so much, so I decided to change it.
That sounds great. Awesome. Thanks for
Thank
sharing.
you.
Job well done. If anybody has any questions or comments that they'd like to share, feel free to. And then our next presenter will be Susanna. All right, Susanna, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and take it away.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't in mute. All right, I believe you can see.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, perfect. So I tried to keep it like, as I said, like less colors, less design, everything is simple. Here's my navigation. I know I moved my links instead of footer to the top, but I like it more like this. So this part is working, and links stay stick at the top with navigation as well. Here's my message part. It should be working as well. Which not. Promise it worked a second ago. All right. So message part was hidden. So it appeared whenever someone leaves a message. I like the idea that I saw that you can see the time and the date when someone leaves a message, and the part works that you can send an answer right up, and we can remove it. And also responsiveness. I believe it was the most challenging part for me, because far was deep in it, more changes, and it was harder and harder. But I think I did it something like for responsibilities for laptops, and as well as for the phones. I believe it was like anything that less for 525 pixels. So I did move this part away because it takes lots of space and help. And yeah, it did work. That's what I meant.
Awesome. That's great, Susanna. Thank you so much for sharing. I want to ask you about your photo at the top. How did you get that sort of like paintbrush effect? Was that the photo originally, or is that something that you built CSS to be able to make it look that way?
No, actually, it was originally. I don't know if it's cheating or no. Yeah, so I already had something like this. So I had a I had an app that makes turn your picture in a cartoon kind of, or like animated picture, and after it just did the job, and after I just removed the background and just use this picture like this.
That's awesome. I like it. It's very eye-catching. It's lovely. Awesome.
Thank
Well,
you.
great job. Thank you so much. Did anybody have any questions or comments they wanted to share? I know there's been lots of praise in the chat too, so be sure to check that out.
Thank you so much.
All right. Our next presenter is going to be Evelina. So whenever you are set, Evelina, you can go ahead and share and start your presentation.
Hello, everyone. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, I'm glad to present my website today. I have no programming background, and this is my first attempt to create a website. You can see how my site looks at this moment, and perhaps the words web developer sounds, overqualified regarding my experience and knowledge, but I believe someday they will become true. So what's on the page? On the navigation bar, we can remark links to different parts of the site, about me, experience, skills, projects. Let's click on a link, and we can see as it open on a new page. Back to our site, and in a section connect, we can click on a link and go to GitHub account, my GitHub account. Also, let's check leave a message section. When I click on a message, three required input fields appear on the screen, and I'll put a name and email and my short message here. Click submit button, and message appears in messages section. If I change the screen size, we can see how change the information inside experience and projects section. Now all information appears in one column and all bullets displayed one below another. We can minimize screen again, and it looks like here, or we can remove this message too. I want to say a couple words about background color. I've played with different background colors solutions and stopped with gradated variety because it looks attractive and stylish in my opinion, and I would like to know what you think about my style. I think that's all.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Eva. Yeah, I do like that that it's darker at the top and kind of fades. It helps sort of give this impression of sort of progression through the material. So I think it's a nice way to sort of subtly break up your sections without having like an obvious header to split things up or things like that. So I think it's a nice fade. I like it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Good job. If anybody has any questions or comments, feel free to share. Otherwise, we'll keep our party going. Okay. David Bolivar, you are up next. Whenever you're ready, feel free to share.
Good evening, everyone. First, I wanted to thank you, Mary, and also Lori and Code Dream in general for making this type of bootcamp possible for all of us. This has been an incredible experience for me, and it's really inspiring that organizations like you exist, and I'm very thankful for that. Saying that, I will proceed to share my screen. Can you guys see my screen fine now?
I don't see it yet, David. Oh, wait, it's coming through. Yes, now we can see it.
Yeah, okay, good. I keep my website very simple. As you can see, the links for the different sections of the website work fine. One thing that I did was to try to make a sort of like styling for my projects. I was able to, link in to the different areas of my GitHub, the different repositories. One thing that I wasn't able to do, and that I remember one of the things that I read was like, what things would you do differently, was the fact that I would have wanted to, I was reading about it, but I didn't really have the time to put it into place, which is maybe associating like a sort of a picture with the repository as well as a description, so that the picture would be different for each of these styling in the boxes. Also, my experiences here, my skills are here. I have my icons right here that links in them to my GitHub and my LinkedIn in case they wanna work together. Also, my farm works as well. And so the messages area appears. You can edit, change the content, save it, remove it, remove both of them. The messages area disappears as well. I also, one thing that I added is this sidebar to be able to change it when the size of the screen changes. That way it's easier, and also my projects, instead of showing next to one another, they should write under one another. And so One of my favorite things was basically working with JavaScript. That's the part that I enjoyed the most about working this website, being able to put a button together, or like, for example, try to figure out how to make the projects looks nice and sit all of them together. Um, After that, I would say CSS. Yes, it's challenging. Yes, it's a pain whenever things do not work your way. But at the same time, I also enjoy working to that. The thing that I enjoyed the least was probably the design. I am very bad at design, and I prefer to work basically maybe on the back end. So that's why hopefully I applied, and I want to be able to take in the advanced course in Node, and I'm very looking forward to that. But yeah, this is my website, and thank you so much for everything and making this possible.
Awesome. Well done, David. Yeah, those cards that you have for your projects are really cool. I like that feature to them. And so those are just, divs that you designed with CSS. Those weren't like cards or third-party library things that you implemented in any way, shape, or form.
No, that's only using CSS.
Wow, that's really
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
a very polished look using just straight CSS. That's really good. There are a lot of, as you get into the advanced classes, you'll see there's lots of like libraries and things that give you these types of shortcuts, but it's
Yeah,
awesome
yeah.
that you know how to be able to do those just
Cool.
from scratch on your own. Very well done. Anybody
Yeah.
have any questions or comments they'd like to share? All right. Thank you, David. Next
Thank
up is
you.
Anahit. So Anahit, whenever you're set, you can go ahead and share. And please let me know if I'm saying your name wrong.
Hi. Yes, you. Yeah, guys, my name is Anna. Thank you so much.
Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and screen share
Sure.
and take it away.
Okay, this is my page, and when I'm clicking on each tab, I stay on each tab, you will be see blue line on the top of them. And by clicking on each tab, you will be direct to that part. And in connect part, after clicking on each tab, you will be direct to my LinkedIn, my Gmail address, and actually GitHub. In this part, there is no message part here after entering some data here. You can see the message and you can remove it. And also, when you go into a smaller page, it would be the color would be changed. And also this part. And yeah, this is my page. That's it.
Great. Thank you for sharing, Anna. What was your favorite part and what was your biggest challenge out of curiosity?
Actually, the best part for me was designing. I really love CSS code. And challenging part for me was JavaScript code. I spent a lot of time for learning for Java.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for sharing. Does anybody have any questions or comments they'd like to share with Anna? Good. All right. Thanks again for sharing, Anna. Job well done. Yeah, I like the color choices that you had. It had a very sort of like sophisticated, very professional, clean kind of feel to it. Those
Thank
are
you so much.
fun design choices. All right, Promote, you are up next. So whenever you're set, feel free to unmute and share your screen.
Okay, yeah. My website is very, very, very simple. Okay, and I try to make it function as per the requirement. This is my link to each part. Like you see, when I click here, it will go to the my experience, and my connect is here. It's a connect to the email. And then on the my project here. Yep, when you click, you go to the my GitHub. And also for the lead message part. It will appear here below, and when you click the email, it will show the email of the person who input here. And when you click remove, it will be removed. And also here, try to make a icon that link to my GitHub, for example, here. And for the responsiveness, I try to I test this here by select a various device, and it show within the screen. Then I think that's all for me.
That's great. Thank you,
Yeah.
Promote. What was your favorite part, and what was your biggest challenge?
My favorite part is session with mentor, because all the mentors is very, very helpful. Although and when I struggle with the exercise, and all the mentors try very hard to help me to solve the problem. And the challenging thing is I'm new to the website, so I think I have learned a lot from here, and I think I will try to improve my website to be more, to feel more beautiful and more interactive. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay,
Job
yeah.
well done.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, we are very lucky to have a lot of really great mentors. We wouldn't be able to function without them. So
Yeah,
big hearts
yeah.
and love out to the mentors there.
And all the stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
volunteers. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Promote. If anybody has any questions or comments they'd like to share, feel free to share them and or put them in the chat. Job well done. And our next presenter is going to be Jacqueline Vasquez. So whenever you're set, Jacqueline, feel free to start sharing.
Okay, can everyone see and hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, awesome. Well, this is my site. I have this nav bar, and I made sure to make it stick to the top just to have easier access to everything. So here we can go to my experience, so just like my work experience, and then some of the programs that I've done to learn how to code. And then we can go to my skills, which is really simple, but just that's like basically the things that we learned here. And then I have our projects. So I've worked on a few projects before. So I also made it just so like when you hover over it, the link changes colors, and then the cursor also changes. And then we can go to the messages. So I'll just test it out. Let's say hi. And then the cursor and the button also change when you hover over it. And then the messages pop up here, so you can like do a few and then adjust to the size. And then we can remove them as well. And then I have my links at the bottom. I don't know why I couldn't make the GitHub one work, but that was, oh well. So like we can do the email one. And then you can go to my Twitter from here. And then you can find my LinkedIn on here as well. And then when you're done, you could just go back to the home. And I also worked on just making it responsive. So like when it gets to this size, things change around a little bit. And then I think under 600, I made it so that everything stacks. And I made this little hamburger menu. So just everything, it leads you to the same things as before. So that part was fun, but I got it to work eventually. So yeah, I think that's everything.
Awesome. Thanks, Jacqueline. What was your favorite and what was your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge was definitely just the message section. It was so difficult to figure everything out for that. That was definitely my biggest challenge. But what I liked the most was just working on the CSS and just trying to problem solve to make everything work, because I don't know, if I change something, like these two sections wouldn't be next to each other. So I had to try to figure out a way to see every section really easily so I can work on it, like each item inside the section at a time, which really helped me a lot. So that was probably my favorite. But yeah, thank you all so much just for, doing this for us, and thanks to all the mentors for, providing their help. It's been really great. Thank you.
Absolutely. We love final project presentation nights because we get to see all of the growth and everything that everybody's done. So it's always so exciting. We love final project presentations. It's so great. Thank you so much for sharing. Our next presenter is going to be Manisa. So whenever you are set, feel free to share.
Okay, hi everyone. Firstly, I want to thank you, all my mentors, and Mario and Lori, and all my classmates that helped me during this class. And I really appreciate that. And I'm really happy that I'm part of this network. And this was a great opportunity for myself. So can you see my website right now?
Yes, yeah, we're seeing your screen. Perfect.
Okay. Okay, this is my website, and in the top of my website, I have my navbar, and also when I came down in my project and skill and connect section, and also my about and experience section. And then this part is leave a message part, that when I write my name and my email address and some message. I have two buttons here, remove button and edit button. When I want to edit that message, I can save that, or I can remove entirely the message. And I have my footer here. Okay. I don't know how to, okay. Yeah. Okay, and this part is the footer part. I have my links, my email address, my GitHub and LinkedIn account, and my name and the current year. And for making my website more responsive, yeah. This is the part for laptop display, and when I make it more smaller, the image would disappear, and all the other parts would be on a block, like display in block and on top of each other, like this. And in the footer, this part that links would transfer to this part. And even more, if I want to make it more smaller, yeah, all the design before that it was before, they would disappear, and I have a hamburger menu, and the navbar would disappear like this, and other parts, yeah, they would disappear on top of each other also. Yeah, this was my website.
Awesome. Very well done, Manisa. I love the logo that you have there, where it's like everybody sort of bringing bits and pieces of knowledge to the person. It's such a cool graphic to be able to have on your site. I really love that.
Thank you so much.
What was your favorite part and what was your biggest challenge?
My favorite part was playing with JavaScript. I love JavaScript and interacting with elements in my web page. And I love that. And the challenging part, I think it was using Flex and a grade. They were a little bit unfamiliar, and I couldn't understand that much, but with the help of mentors and some searching, I could figure it out. And yeah, I love that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thanks for sharing. Job well done. All right, our last in-person presenter for tonight is going to be Abigail Ibarra, and then I'll share Hannah Donnelly's recording at the very end. So whenever you are set, Abigail, feel free. Mani said there should be a red bar somewhere on your screen that lets you stop sharing. Perfect. There you go. You're good to go. Thank you so much. And then Abigail, whenever you're set, take it away.
All right. Can y'all hear me fine? Can y'all see my screen good?
Yes, we can hear you and see you.
Okay. So this is my website. I kept it simple. Here is navigation with links. It takes you to each section. I use the hover feature to make it turn a different color. I have my skills here. I use the flex layout. And then for projects, I have where the links turn red and they also work. Here, let me try to. So it takes you to one of my repositories. And then I have the form here. I list it out. Here it leaves the message, which you can remove as well. And then I have my footer here with my contacts where you can click, it'll take you to my GitHub. And if you click the email, it will pull up your mail browser. So with my email, yes. And the responsiveness. Yes, it works with the flex layout. And the biggest challenge I faced during my project was making sure to understand exactly what I was doing, not just copying, pasting code, or just writing what the instructions on the assignment said. I really took my time to try to understand what it meant and what it was doing on my page. And what was the other part? Sorry.
Your favorite part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my favorite part was just being able to create a website. I think it's cool that you're able to create something like this. I don't know, I like, same as I think Abu Bakar said that I always wondered how websites worked, and I saw like different features, and now I'm able to create those features. So that's fun. And yes, I'd like to thank Code the Dream. Thank you so much, as well as the mentors, especially Sarah Buckingham. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Good job, Abigail. Thanks so much for sharing your site with us. Very clean lines, very clean design. I really like it. Very good job.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you everybody for doing your live presentations. You can breathe a sigh of relief. It probably wasn't as bad as you had built it up in your mind. Presentations are always a little scary, and then you get through them and you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad. Everybody did great. Thank you so much for sharing your work. We know that you worked really hard. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now so that way we can see Hannah Donnelly's recording. She wasn't able to join us on the call because of work shifts, but she is here with us in spirit. Let me get this pulled up for you quick. Oh, it helps if I hit play.
All right, hello, I'm Hannah, and
Good.
let's do
Yeah,
a
it's
really
good.
quick tour of my webpage that I made. So, here's what it looks like. I've got my navigation buttons that take to different parts of the page. As sparse as it is. We've got my different sections. We've got links to GitHub repos. We've got my connect links. So again, taking to GitHub. And then this one opens, I mean, you can see that it's clickable. To be honest, I'm not going to show the whole email bit because I don't really want to share my emails. Also, it's way too many windows because Outlook, who uses Outlook? We've got my leave a message section, so let's put a message in there really quickly. Hello. Submit that, and there it is. We can remove it by hitting the remove button. It's all styled and everything. What else do I need to show you? I also need to show you my footer links. So again, GitHub, and this will take you to my LinkedIn. Here's my LinkedIn. Let's see what else. Oh, yes. Here is what my site looks like, or my page rather, looks like on mobile. Not a huge difference. I upped the font size just a little bit. It looked like it was okay originally, but better safe than sorry. And then let's, if I have a little bit of time. Actually, I don't really have time because this is supposed to be under 3 minutes. Yeah, I am looking forward to tweaking this, continuing to tweak this. It's nice to have a little foundation. Yeah, I think that's all. I think it's all I have time for. All right, thanks so much.
All right. Let me go ahead and stop share. Okay, so that concludes night one of our presentations. Thank you all so much for those of you who presented this evening. For those of you presenting tomorrow night, our night 2 of presentations will start at 7 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow evening, Friday evening. Great job, everybody that presented tonight. Folks that are going to be presenting tomorrow, break a leg. We know you'll do just as great as tonight was. We're excited to see everybody's work. We hope that anybody who presented tonight can still come back tomorrow if you are able to be able to cheer on your classmates. You all have worked so hard. We're really, really proud of you, and just job well done, everybody. Just another pat on the back. Lori. Yay. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Welcome everybody to night 2 of Bestla and Borr introductory classes final project presentations. We're very excited to be back for round 2 and get to see everybody else's work. So without further ado, Kim, whenever you're set, take it away.
Are y'all able to see this?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Okay. I don't know how to pull up the chat while I'm sharing my screen. So if I miss something, please let me know. But this is my website. I will be showing y'all that my links work and then my messages, and then I'll take y'all through my website. So this is my about me, just kind of giving, some context as to who I am and a little bit of what my goals are and why I decided to take this route. And then we have my experience section that kind of breaks down everything I've done thus far and how that can tie into what I'm gonna be doing now. It's a bit lengthy because I decided to add paragraphs for like how it ties into tech essentially. And then I did also add a navigation link for the agency that I was working for. And then I have my skills. So yeah, I just added JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. I did do like a hover little fun thing. And then we have the projects. So the 2 projects, the links are there as well. And then I added like a really cool thing on there. And then I can like click on them and it'll take me, you know, to the specific website and stuff, to those repos. And then we have my Connect section where I have my GitHub. I also added some fun like hover things, and my email address. And then here, oh wait, let's try the, sorry, that was my Connect, my bad. And
Got
then
about a minute left, Kim.
Huh?
You've got about a minute left.
Okay. And then let me just do this really quick. And then submit. And then my messages are here. And then I can click remove, which is fun. And then, yeah, and then everything looks like this when it's resized. So yeah, I'm not sure if I missed anything.
No, you did great. Thanks for sharing your site. What were your favorite parts and what were your biggest challenges?
I think my favorite part was just building the website itself and like looking how I can make it as interactive as I possibly could. And then I think not my strong suit would be JavaScript, but I loved learning about it. But that's something that I really struggled with during my time with y'all.
It can definitely be an uphill battle, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
your font choices too. Did you use like a Google font or something to be able to have that style font for your headers and things?
Yeah, so I chose 2 different kind of fonts, for different one for my headers and then the
For your
stuff
skills
that
list, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, great job. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And whenever you need to hop off for your shift, then feel free to do whatever you need to.
Thank you.
So, did anybody have any questions or comments or anything that they wanted to share with Kim? Good. Okay, and you were getting some praise in the chat, so check out the chat quick before you jump out too. All right, our next presenter tonight is going to be KJ. KJ, whenever you're set, feel free to share.
Hi, everybody. Let me get my screen shared. Give me 1 second. My name is KJ. I use she, her pronouns. And I just want to reiterate how thankful I am for this opportunity that I've been given to participate in this program. I could have never imagined myself building a website before it. So I'm very thankful. And can you guys see my screen?
Sure can.
Okay, perfect. So I guess I'll start off with the navigation links. They'll take you to every part of my site, including our little contact section. I have it set up so that way that the message board shows up on the side. Oh, 1 second, my keyboard's off. And it pops up right over here, has the remove button. And then once you remove it, it'll return to its original size. I use Flexbox for that. And then my footer takes you right to my social media, all of them. And what else? Oh, the responsiveness. The biggest thing I did for responsiveness was, 1 second. I made it so that way this little project section, you can hover over it at a certain amount and it'll just expand. But when it is on a smaller screen, these become click events and they show everything. And then as well, my header changes from that big clunky menu down to a smaller menu. And yeah, that's about it. The hardest part was probably getting that message section to return back after you remove the rest of the messages. And Flexbox was pretty hard, but I was bound and determined to use it on something. And then the thing I'm most proud of is probably this hover that turned to an on click. Like I just fixed the on click section like probably 2 hours ago, and I was like doing a happy dance, like super pumped out about it. And yeah, that's about it.
Awesome, that's great. Thanks for sharing. KJ's site looks wonderful. Anybody have any questions or comments they'd like to share with KJ? You can also share in the chat too. Yeah, it's always nice when you're struggling with something, then it finally like clicks into place and work, especially when it's in like the final hours. You feel like you're crossing the finish line neck and neck, and then you just eke forward just a little bit to get first place. Okay. Our next presenter tonight is going to be Renata. Renata, whenever you're set, feel free to share.
Sure. So, hi everyone. My name is Renata. I am based in Cary, North Carolina, and I may start from my favorite part of this program, which is actually being on these presentations and watching the presentations of others, definitely not mine. All the designs are super cool, and I feel a bit jealous because I obviously didn't focus on the design. So I kind of just went with our weekly assignments. And this is pretty much how my site looks like. It's all working though. So here I have the navigation bar, a little bit about me, my experience, skills, project, which are fetched from the GitHub, LinkedIn, GitHub again, and you can send me an email. All these links are working. And the message part, so demo the message part. So when you submit it, the message section appears and you can edit it. Save, and you can continue to edit it. You can add another message. And you can also remove it. And that's, so these links are working as well. And I think because it's kind of short, maybe it's better demonstrated kind of with a smaller view. So you can go to connect, messages. So that's about it about the website. I covered the best part, and the challenging part was working with Dom. There was 1 week there when it was really, really challenging for me, and also balancing the time between the full-time job and family and the training.
Yep, that was definitely a challenge shared last night during presentations too, that sometimes just the work-life education balance is overwhelming. Awesome, great job, Renata. Thank you so much for sharing. Did anybody have any questions or comments? And yes, as Alejandro said, Dom slander is accepted. It's okay to hate the Dom. It's very frustrating to deal with that.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Renata. Our next presenter tonight is going to be Tatiana. Make sure it's Tatiana on the call. Yeah, there we go.
Hello, hello.
For Renata to stop sharing, there should be a red bar. Perfect. There you go. You got it. Sometimes it hides because it's such a tiny little button on your screen. Thanks. Hi, Jerem. If you go ahead and stop share, Tatiana, take a look to be able to see. You might have to like tweak a setting as far as like allowing Zoom permission to share your screen or something like that. And then Idrim, if you're ready to go, then feel free to screen share once Tatiana's gets hers off.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aigirim, and this is my project. Can you see it?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, let me close this. So I have my navbar that takes you to other sections like this. And let me show you my form. And I can remove it. And if I want to show my responsiveness, I can just shrink it And on the mobile size, I have my hamburger menu that slides from the left side, and my nav bar takes to the sections. Hello?
Yep, great job, Kara.
Yes, thank you. Oh,
Sure. What was your favorite part and what was your biggest challenge?
so my biggest challenge was that my toddler broke my laptop and Apple took 3 weeks to fix it.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's no fun.
And I had anxiety that I'm not gonna be on time. And then my CSS, when I put my navbar fixed, for example, my flex didn't work properly, and then I just needed to make it floated. And also when I made my hamburger lines and I put my universal padding at the beginning, my hamburger menu looked weird and it didn't work. So all this animation was kind of not good looking. And what I enjoyed was just solving these problems. And when I found the solution, I was so happy.
Yeah, that's always such a good feeling.
Yeah. This is it.
Awesome. I think you did a great job, especially being at a 3-week disadvantage without a machine. That can definitely hinder things for sure. But very well done. Did anybody have any questions or comments they want to share?
Okay, thank you for your attention.
Sure, thanks. All right, our next presenter tonight is going to be Ekaterina. So whenever you're set. And Tatiana, whenever you feel like things are set on your end, then just ping me or unmute and let me know, and that way I can go ahead and insert you in between presenters. Alejandro, that puts you next in line. Do you feel ready? Are you able to share and get going with yours?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Let me figure out how to do Zoom. I usually use Google Meets, but it's okay.
Yeah. When you mouse over Zoom, then there should be a menu at the bottom with a share screen button sort of towards the middle. So you'll
There
want
we
to click
go.
share screen and then either click your tab for where your project's at, or you can click for your whole browser or your whole screen, depending on how your setup is.
Yeah. Okay. I think it should be working.
Yep, we can see it just fine.
All right. So yeah, my name is Alejandro, guys. Pronouns are he, him, his. And this is my website. I wanted to show you guys what it actually looked like beforehand. And this is kind of what it looked like. A little janky, you know, it's there's a little stuff like moving around, but this is my updated version. Here is the header. And what I did was that I made the links kind of like a little animation going on. And they also move based on what you click on. Similarly, here are the projects, and like the project was, it appends every repository that I refer to. And what I also did is that I didn't like going back, like pressing back to the tab every time I opened a new one. And so I made it so that every single time you opened a link, it opens it in a new tab, which is pretty useful. I also have some experience going on here, and same thing with the experience. I have it linked to what I'm doing. I have Code the Dream on here. I have a fellowship that I'm in right now also on here, and it all opens up to a new tab. And here is the form that we were supposed to do. And let's see, hey. And it works, and yeah, everything works, right? But my favorite part of this project was learning how to use the DOM. I feel like that was the most challenging part for me, because even now, like 30 minutes ago when I was debugging, it was like a DOM issue, and I absolutely hate the DOM. Like I need a shirt that roasts the DOM and I'll wear it proudly. But other than that, I love like doing little small things like this color going on with the icons. Like that was like a lot to learn, but now that I learned it, I'll never forget it. But yeah, I have my LinkedIn. If you guys want to connect, you know, add me on LinkedIn, leave those connections. My GitHub, and also my Spotify if you guys want to check out some new music. But yeah, that is my project. And my favorite part of it, at least, was just getting to do it from the start, from no code or HTML to fully doing it. That was like my favorite part, at least for me. but yeah, I'll leave it off for the next presenter, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Awesome. Do you mind actually shrinking it down too so we can see what it's
Oh,
like on
yeah,
smaller
yeah.
sizes?
Totally forgot.
I almost forgot about it too.
Yeah, I hope you guys can. Oh,
Yeah, it starts to reorder your skills list and things. That's good.
yeah. I do need to fix some small like spacing issues, but I feel like I just wanted it to just work and not be broken for the most part, and that was the goal. And yeah.
Awesome. That's good. Yeah, it's always good to prioritize and be like, it needs to be functional, and then we can make it fun.
No, yeah, that was like the way I approached it. While I approached it, I was like, I want to do this design and all that, but it actually needs to work before I do anything, and so that was a challenge. But yeah.
Awesome. That's a good lesson to learn too. Thanks,
Mhm.
Alejandra. Good job. All right, Tatiana or Ekaterina, do you want me to circle back to either of you right now, or should I move on to Samantha? I'm going to take the silence to mean that you're not quite ready yet, Samantha. So that puts you next in line whenever you're ready. Then you can go ahead and share.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name's Samantha. I wanted to get it out of the way and say my favorite and worst part, but I do got to say it's kind of the same. Ironically, I want to say my favorite and worst part was the creativity aspect. As much as I enjoyed it, I felt like it was a little overwhelming because there was so many things I wanted to add onto my site, but they didn't quite work with each other. So I had a lot of issues with bugs and all of that, but I think it turned out pretty good. So I'm going to go into the details. So each part of the link would take you to a different part. So like my experience, my skills, my projects, and then my connect at the bottom with my links and my leave a message. And in my details, I also have a little scroll up. So it will show you when you press the learn more, it'll show you my about section. I have at the top a change to dark mode. So when you press the button, it will change everything to a light color. So you can still see the wording. And then when you change it back, it'll change everything back to black and the same colors. Sorry, I'm looking to my left because I have a list of everything I wanted to go over, so I didn't forget anything. Let me go over the leaving a message. Hello. So you would put it in and then it would pop up at the bottom and then you can just go remove it. I haven't figured out how to get rid of this part yet, so it's a work in progress. But let me see. Okay, so the resizing. If you go like this, let me take you to the top. You like this, then everything resizes, including the image. It gets smaller, and then you can go down. Everything is sized to the image or sized to the browser. I think I'm not missing anything else. Oh, my links. Let me go through my links. So it'll pop up an email and it'll take you to your Gmail. Let me not do that. It'll take forever to load. It'll pop up my links. Each link works. And then my GitHub. And then, yeah, I do want to say I wanted to add in the thing that I believe Alejandro mentioned, where it would bring up a new tab when you clicked onto it, but I couldn't quite figure that out. I didn't have enough time. So that is also a work in progress.
That's
Yeah.
okay. It's always good to have a 1.2 version in mind or a 2.0 version in mind.
Yeah,
you'll forever be building on things that you've already built. That's just part of the industry.
Yeah, exactly. It helps you learn more and then you can add more to it. But I hope you guys liked my site. Thank you.
Very cool. Yeah, the dark mode was particularly fun. I really enjoy that. You might have a couple of your classmates pinging you and be like, oh, that's cool. How do you do that? Feel free to keep using your Slack channels, by the way, guys, after class is done, to be able to reach out to one another, keep in touch with one another. If there's some feature that somebody else built that you saw that you thought was cool and you all want to sync up to be able to meet and talk about how to build it, then feel free to collaborate. That's always welcome. So then that takes us to Vadim. Vadim, whenever you are ready, if you're ready, then just let me know and you can go next.
Hello, I'll try. I'll share my screen. Okay. My favorite part of the class is mentors sessions is very helpful, and My biggest challenge is JavaScript and HTML file. It's my site. I have footer with sections. It works. Section about me, my skills, my projects section. So it works. My experience section, my license and certificates, connect section with the links. It works, and leave a message section. Here we go. We can remove it, and my footer with my name and current year. About responsible responses. Yeah. So it works.
That's great. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Vadim. I think it looks great. I especially like how you have the sticky navigation at the top kind of floating in front of all of your text as you're scrolling. I think that's really a neat visual to have it all kind of there and you can see everything kind of scroll up behind it. I think that's really neat. Awesome. If anybody has any questions or comments, feel free to share.
Okay.
All right. Our next presenter is going to be Diana. Whenever you're set.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we sure can.
You can see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So this is my site. I added this image today, so I did it on Canva, so that was kind of fun. So if you hover over the navigation bar, like it changes color. And if you click on it, it takes you to that section. So projects, message, experience. If you hover over the skills, it changes color too. And all the links open in a new tab. And they also change color. And then this is my message form. I'm just gonna pick random stuff. And then it's here, then I can remove it. I'm not happy with my footer after seeing everybody's cool footers with their icons, and so I'm going to be working on that. But this also opens on a new tab, and that's it. Oh, resizing. So when I resize it, the navigation bar goes away. I'll do different ones up here. So iPhone. And yeah, I think that is it.
Very cool. Yeah, the watercolor at the top is really cool. I love that. You said you use Canva to be able to make that, Diana?
Yeah.
Very cool.
You did. And then I made a list of things that I want to add after seeing people present. So I'm going to do the hamburger menu, the dark mode, what else? The footer. So I'm gonna be working on this for a while.
Yep, that's the beauty of collaboration and sharing your work, is it gives you ideas of things that you might want to tweak on your own. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have any questions or comments for Diana? I was curious for your name across the header. Is that a particular font style that you used, or was that part of the Canva image that you have?
No, that was part of Canva.
Very cool. I wasn't quite sure. And I was like, this could be either way. Either she sized it really big and it worked out perfect, or it was a part of the picture. I wasn't sure which. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Diana.
I'm ready.
Oh, perfect. Okay. You are up next then, Samson. Thanks for letting me know.
Okay, can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank Miss Mary, Alice, and the whole Code the Dream team for giving us this chance. It really means a lot to us for organizing this. Thank you so much. So I'm just gonna briefly go over the website. So this is a fully mobile responsive website, and it has a very modern feel with a lot of big image, big text, big buttons right here. And you can see the hover effect right here. And yeah, that's about it in the mobile section. I designed this with a mobile first design. So I added one breakpoint for it for desktop, which resizes or changes the layout of these components right here. I used Flexbox for this. And right here, I have the navigations right here, which can take you to the individual pages. I'm just gonna go to the leave message right now. So right here, I can type my name. So I'm just gonna leave that. It's not that spelling. So, and I have my email at gmail.com. And if I leave the message empty, it's gonna alert me with missing fields. So I did some sort of form validation right here. It's pretty simple stuff, nothing complicated. So, and it also empties the field. So right now, I'm just gonna do it correctly at email.com. And when I send the message, I get an alert and the message is right here. So I can delete the message. I had a hard time editing the message. It was really hard for me. And something I'm proud of is in the mobile section, I got this navigation button, and when you press on it, boom, very beautiful. It gives like a surprising effect. This is not my image. This is not my photo. This is just a photo from the internet. But yeah, that's about it.
Very cool. Thanks, Samson. Yeah, I do like the arrow that you have in the middle to kind of direct the user to like keep scrolling. There's more.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
almost like a little
Yeah.
call to action almost.
Yeah, it can take you to the experiences page.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Did anybody have any questions or comments? And everybody, once you're done presenting, be sure to check out the chat too, because you're getting lots of praise from your peers when you're presenting.
Okay, thank you everyone. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Samson.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so next on our list is going to be Vanessa to be able to present, unless Tatiana or Ekaterina are ready and want to jump in advance. Okay.
I can start.
Perfect. Go ahead, Ekaterina. Thank you.
I hope now it will work. Okay. Okay, do you see it?
Yep, it's coming through just fine.
Okay, so it's my project, and here we can see my header with the navigation menu. When user tried to use it, he can see that it is a link because it colored the other color. So all links work. Okay, and I have a project from GitHub, which works the same. It is links. I have a leave a message section where user can leave message for me. Like it can looks like this, for example, or it can looks like I don't know, like tons of information too. And he can remove messages. And I have a footer with links on my GitHub too, and with links on my Facebook page. I still need to start my LinkedIn profile. And what is about responsive? I did 3 types, so even on laptop, it looks different, and mobile version will looks like this.
We're seeing your Facebook page there, Ekaterina. I think maybe it switched to a
Sorry.
different tab. That's okay.
Sorry.
You might be able to hit back on that window, I think, or
yeah, give me a minute. And now?
Still
Facebook.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, it's my birthday. Sorry. And I'm not at home, so it's a bit difficult today to do. Okay. Okay. I hope you will see it.
I think we lost your share.
Oh.
If you want to go ahead and share screen again.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay. I think it was one particular window you were sharing was what it was, and so when you close the window, then it canceled the share. Which I didn't even know Zoom could do that. So you just taught me something.
Okay. Let's try this way. Do you see it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm a bit nervous today. Do you see now how it works?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Looks
okay.
Good.
So I have a different layers for different screens, like this, for example, for laptop, and like that for mobile version. So about most challenging stuff, I think CSS styles was really challenging for me. I'm not a design person. And I love working with JavaScript, and I really love our mentor session and our team. And thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing, Katerina. Happy birthday. Go
Thank
party
you.
it up once the call's done.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely needed after all. Thank
there
you.
You go.
Oh,
so
give
much.
me minutes.
All right. So our next presenter then will be Vanessa. Whenever you're set, Vanessa. And we can see it, but you might still be muted. I'm not hearing you. Yeah, there we go. That's okay. You're good to go now.
Okay. Okay, so this is my website. This is the menu. It highlights the links when you hover over them. And then I have my about section here, my experience, and then I just put some skills, and then the list of my GitHub projects. And then these were originally the same color as the text over here, but I clicked them already, so they changed to a darker color after you visit the links. And then when I leave a message, it works. It's right here. And then that's my footer. They're linked to my GitHub, LinkedIn, and stuff. And that's pretty much it with that. My favorite part was I really liked working with the DOM in JavaScript. It was very challenging for sure, but it was also very rewarding for me. Whenever I got it to work, I just felt so good. So I really enjoyed that. And so I guess it was challenging and fun at the same time. But the really incredibly challenging part was, I forgot to show the responsiveness. It was actually that for me. So let me kind of show you what I try to do. So when the screen is like that, it's like that, and then it turns like that. And then my list over here as well. But yeah, I definitely still have to work a lot on that part. The responsiveness was definitely challenging for me.
And thank you so much for this opportunity as well. I'm very, very grateful. It was very challenging, but I learned so freaking much. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for sharing, Vanessa. All right. Any questions or comments for Vanessa? If so, you can use the chat or unmute and share. Good. Okay, our next presenter tonight is going to be Marina. Marina, whenever you're set.
Hi guys. Oh, let me share my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep, it's coming through.
Oh, perfect. So this is my web page. I decided to keep my sections pretty simple. I didn't add a lot. There is navigation bar. It has 3 links. Once you click one of them, it will lead you to that section. My navigation bar changes from horizontal to vertical when the screen gets narrow. I'll show you how it works. So for small screen, we got vertical menu. Personal skills. Okay. So my leave a message section. Here's my leave a message section. I placed it on the right side with the purpose just to play with responsive design. I wanted this section to move to the left part of the screen, and we can see how it works. We can find it just under my contact information. Click submit. So it works as I expected. And this was the most challenging part for me to build that responsive design. I added shadow to my personal skills and to my footer. It helps elements stand out on the page. So here's my link. So my favorite part was designing. I like creating perfect color scheme for my project. And the most challenging part was responsive design.
All right, very good, Marina. I think it's great that you like the design and had as much fun being able to come up with a color scheme. And it was funny because when I was reading about your about me and that you're a very like happy, positive person, I was like, that makes perfect sense for the yellows and greens, yellow and green, such happy colors. So I thought that was spot on. It was a way to be able to visually represent yourself on your page. That was great. All right. Alejandro had asked about how you got your shadow effect on your header. So you two will have to sync up and compare notes. All right. Thanks, Marina.
Thank you.
Okay. Our next presenter is going to be Cici Rodriguez. Whenever you're set, Cici, you can go ahead and share.
Hello. I so then who's sharing? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Marina, there should be a stop share button somewhere, like it's a red button when you mouse over Zoom, and you'll want to. There you go. Perfect. Good to go.
Okay, so this is my website. The hardest part, I'm gonna start with the hardest part, honestly, because is the DOM. So I am all for the DOM slender here. It was really hard for me to learn and to do all of that. I really like the making the design and all that. As you can see, you can like touch the buttons and all that, and they hover, the connect, the experience, skills, and then the leave in message right there. And then you can do submit. It shows up here. You can remove it. And then I added my email. You can see it. You can add just like do a quick email right there. And then I also added my GitHub, my Facebook, and my Instagram. And then a cool feature that I really liked was doing the top button. So you can go to the top whenever you touch it. And that was really cool. I really liked it. But yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing, Cece. Did anybody have any questions or comments? Yeah, that is a good, clean layout. All right, awesome. Thanks, Cece. Our next presenter is going to be Maria Santiago. Maria,
Hi,
if you're...
everyone. Okay, let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, can you see it?
We sure can.
Okay, so here's my website. As you can see, here's my menu section up here. I added the little hover effect to it, and when you click on the link, it takes you to that section for it. Let's see, the project section takes you to, you know, the repository for that. It's my message section. And then when I remove it, it disappears. And then there's the footer section with the link to my this and GitHub. As far as responsiveness goes, so here's what it looks like on the laptop, tablet, mobile, and then yeah. As far as my the most challenging part, I'd say it was probably the responsiveness. Like that really got me. There's a lot of tweaks that I have to make to it still. And also the DOM got me as well. It wasn't until I finally put it into practice that it kind of clicked. And then my favorite was honestly learning about it. Everything from JavaScript to CSS and putting it into practice and, you know, styling the website. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm really thankful for it. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Thanks, Maria. Yeah, that's my favorite part too, is being able to visually see your plans sort of come to fruition.
Yes.
It's always a good feeling to be able to be like, ah, I did that. I made that. I built that.
Definitely.
Such a good feeling. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. It looks great. Our next presenter tonight is going to be Tamam. Tamam, whenever you're set, feel free to share.
Yes, hello, hello. You hear me?
Yes, yeah, we can hear you. You had me confused because I've got you in 2 different places.
Yeah, maybe in 3 places. Sorry for the noise. Okay, just a moment. This one. I don't know why the share button it's disabled. It's grayed out.
Oh, are you on a different device other than your computer?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Oh, wait, here we
okay.
go.
I figured
There we
out.
go. Now we're seeing it.
Yeah. All right. Okay, good, good. Sorry. So this is the website. Here's the top menu. I made it like a little bit transparent so you can see through. And I just add my picture. I saw like all my colleagues, they have their pictures on. And I'm like, if you want to see my big smile, you can just hover on this one, you see? Yeah, I'm just trying to make something funny here. Then like you see my name, just simple. You know, it's API fetch. And I add this hover effect, so you know, like which one you're reading now or which one you want to click. Make like very simple and clear. And then when we go down, I didn't add the logos or, you know, like the other friends. Here is the leave message. So let's say it's mom. Here's my email. Or something. And like we can add another message. Let's say, I don't know, someone. Here's his email. This way. Okay. So here I added that functionality to edit the message. So let's say that's hey. Oh, you see? And then we can remove those messages and the messages section disappears. And for the responsiveness, I for the experience section, for example, so instead of 3 columns, they turn into 2. And the same here for the connect section. They go like vertical here in the leave message section. So I tried like just to keep it simple. So I didn't like spend a lot of time on the like CSS, but I mean, it works. So that's it.
Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing, Tamam. Yeah, I like the that you have the pop-up for them to be able to edit their message from your message section. That's something that I don't think I've seen any students do
Yeah.
before. Usually they handle it within the site. So that was kind of a cool feature to have that edit pop-up instead. Very cool. Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing. I think you had a couple of questions in the chat as far as like font usage and things like that. So feel free to check out the chat. But job well done.
Really? Thank you. Stop sharing.
Yep, yeah, the red stop share button. Perfect, you got it. All right, our next presenter tonight is going to be Nelson Wong. Nelson, are you ready to present?
Yeah, let me get this started.
Yep.
See this?
Yep, it came through.
So I did it with the simplistic approach. I first started out with the project and it was like all over the place. So that was my first challenge. It got really messy and it was unbearable to read. So then I scratched everything and then I decided to do it with a simpler approach, which is like black and white with minimal difference to see like easier on the eyes. So this is on the section page. And then this is the that bar, go to projects. So these links all work. Oh, whoops. Everything's blocking my way. Okay, so there's the leave a message. bottom, you could edit the message. And then save it, and then so you click on your name, and then it's supposed to open up the email app, but then I'm not logged in, so I can't see it. And then you could delete the message if you want. And then this is the responsiveness. Skills, the size of the window, along with like the skills and everything. So yeah. On the bottom, I have the footer, and it links to my LinkedIn and my GitHub page. So go to here. I'm not logged into my LinkedIn, but it just goes to the this page. So yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Nelson. Looks great. Do you mind resizing it small? Because I was curious what happened with your navigation. You went quick, so I couldn't see what happened with your navigation when it got small.
Yeah, so as you get smaller, once you get to a point where it doesn't fit, the nav bar would just go away. So it goes like this.
Yep, that makes sense because it's a single page, so you can just kind of keep on scrolling. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you expand it, it will appear like this.
Pops back in.
Skills.
Very cool. For the icons and logos that you used for your skills, did you use a library or did you just kind of grab those images and add those images to be able to use them and place them? I was just curious.
I grabbed the image from W3 school.
Very cool.
And I used it as a SVG, and then I had it in my code.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah, I love that, having that extra visual feature to be like, hey, here are my skills kind of a thing. That's always a nice thing to make it pop.
Yeah, I just try to add something because the rest of my website is like very plain and simple. So I thought about adding a bit of flair to the skills to have like some contrast.
Yep, there you go. Good design choice. All right, anybody have any other questions or comments or anything they'd like to share? So everybody give yourselves pats on the back and job well done.